Welcome to this mock interview pro video, where today we're going to tackle the role of a data manager. If you're gearing up for an interview in this field, you're in the right place. Let's dive in with our first question to get you prepared and confident. Can you tell us about a time when you had to work closely with a development team to address a database performance issue? This question is all about your teamwork skills and how effectively you can collaborate with others to solve problems. Here are some pointers to help you structure your answer. Pinpoint a specific database performance issue you addressed. Explain your collaboration process with the development team. Mention the tools and techniques you employed to diagnose the problem. Discuss the positive outcomes of your teamwork. Now, let's take a look at an example answer.
In a previous project, our application's load times were becoming a major issue. I teamed up with the development crew to identify bottlenecks using SQL Profiler. Together, we optimized indexes and restructured some queries, leading to a 30% improvement in load times. This experience highlighted the power of teamwork in solving technical challenges.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Data Manager. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Describe a challenging database problem you encountered and how you overcame it. This question aims to assess your problem-solving abilities and how you handle complex database challenges. Consider these tips when formulating your response. Select a particular database issue you faced. Clearly explain the context and impact of the issue. Outline the approach you took to resolve it. Highlight any tools or methods you used. Share the outcome and any lessons learned. Here's an example of how you might answer.
In my previous role, our database faced significant slowdowns during peak times. I discovered that certain queries needed optimization. By applying indexing and rewriting queries, I improved performance by 40%, greatly enhancing user satisfaction. This experience taught me the importance of regular performance tuning.
Have you ever disagreed with a colleague about a database design decision? How did you handle it? This question evaluates your conflict resolution skills and your ability to maintain professional relationships. Here's how to articulate your experience effectively. Set the scene with the context of the disagreement. Show your willingness to listen to your colleague's perspective. Present your argument with data or examples. Discuss the outcome and any compromises made. Highlight the importance of professional collaboration. Let's look at an example answer.
In my previous role, I found myself at odds with a colleague over whether to use a normalized or denormalized database structure. I listened to their reasons, which focused on performance, and then explained my perspective on data integrity with past project examples. We prototyped both designs, tested their performance, and ultimately crafted a solution that integrated the best of both approaches. This taught me the value of open-minded collaboration.
What steps would you take if a database started showing signs of strain under high load? This question is designed to gauge your ability to manage database scalability and performance under pressure. Consider the following approach to tackle this question. Pinpoint the system bottleneck, whether it's CPU, memory, or I/O. Focus on optimizing slow queries by reviewing query plans and adjusting indexes. Look into scaling resources, like upgrading hardware or adding more servers. Implement caching strategies to ease database load. Fine-tune configuration settings to enhance performance. Here's a polished example of how you might respond.
First, I'd analyze performance metrics to identify the cause of the strain, whether it's CPU, memory, or disk I/O. I'd then focus on optimizing the most resource-intensive queries and adjust indexes if necessary. If the issue persists, I would propose scaling resources or incorporating a caching layer to more efficiently manage repetitive queries. This systematic approach ensures efficient use of resources.
How would you handle a project involving the migration of data from an on-premise database to a cloud-based system? This question explores your planning and execution skills in data migration scenarios. Here are some steps to consider when crafting your response. Evaluate the current database environment and understand its structure. Select an appropriate cloud service provider and migration tools. Plan for data cleaning and transformation during the migration. Implement a reliable data backup strategy before starting. Test the migration with a small dataset before executing the full migration. Let's take a look at an example to bring this to life.
First, I'd assess the on-premise database structure and relationships. Selecting a reliable cloud provider like AWS or Azure and using their migration tools would be my next step. I'd back up all data and clean unnecessary data prior to migration. Finally, I would conduct a test migration with a small dataset to ensure everything functions smoothly before moving the entire dataset. This careful planning ensures a seamless transition.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.